The underdogs owned the wild card round in week 1 of the NFL playoffs, 3 of them cashing in straight up. No bigger shocker than the Seahawks, a 10-point pup at home, outright over the defending champion Saints. And of course, you also had Green Bay winning at Philadelphia, and also the New York Jets on that last-second field goal, sending Peyton Manning and the Colts home for the winter. Do the dogs bark once more today in divisional round play, or do the Chalks come back and get some revenge? 2 games on tap. You've got Baltimore at Pittsburgh, along with Green Bay at Atlanta. I'm going to break them both down for you and give you free selections on both of those contests in just a moment. Hi everyone, Al DeMarco here, and this is going to be your Saturday video report. Friday night, 3rd straight basketball free pick winner. Knicks and Kings staying well under the posted price at the Garden. More importantly, so far, this 2011 has been a profitable one. 10 out of 14 winning days, cashing in last night with Butler in a road route of Detroit. Now, before I go any further, a couple of money-saving discount coupons for you. As you know, I make them available exclusively here on the Daily Video Report, my way of rewarding all of those out there that are watching these reports on a daily basis. The first coupon, and write these down, guys, because these coupons are good either today or tomorrow for a one-time use. The choice is yours when you want to use them. So they're good either today, Saturday, or Sunday. And there are 2 coupons I want to give you the codes for. The first one is called Division 25. The word division, the number 25. Enter that when prompted in your shopping cart. No space between the word or the number. Division 25. And that will save you $25 off of any single purchase you make today. You do not have to buy my picks, guys. You can buy anyone at the site. You'll save $25. The other coupon is January 25. January 25. Now this coupon is a little different. Again, it's January, no space between the word January and the number 25. January 25. That will save you 25% off any purchase over $99, 25% off. So if you had intended to buy somebody's long-term package, and again, you don't have to buy mine, you can buy anybody's on the site. If you had intended to buy somebody's long-term package, 7 days, 30 days, 60 days, etc., you will save 25% off the purchase price. Or maybe today you wanted to buy 3 or 4 different handicappers plays. One for football, each one of the football games, another one for basketball. Guys, if your total purchase, buying multiple selections, is equal to $99 or more, you could save 25% off using that coupon. So again, the 25% discount coupon is January 25, and the $25 off coupon is Division 25. Couldn't make that any more confusing for you, could I, guys? Thank God you can go back and rewatch that. That was hard enough for me to get through it. I can only imagine how difficult it is for you guys out there going, what the hell did he say? 25, 25, okay. But anyway, let's move forward here. Bottom line is the divisional round of the playoffs have basically been blowout city over the years. Let's go back to 1975. 140 games played in that stretch in division playoff round. 62 of them, 41%, 44% actually, have been decided by 2 touchdowns or more. 72 of those 140 games, that's 51%, have been decided by margins of 10 points or more. Only 34 of those 140 games have been decided by 1 to 3 points. Now that doesn't mean there haven't been some close divisional games over the years. I mean, I remember as a kid, back in 1971, Christmas Day, the Kansas City-Miami long-running overtime game. A year later, who could forget 1972, Franco Harris, the Immaculate Reception as the Steelers stunned the Raiders. And a few years after that, remember Kellen Winslow and that incredible performance he put on in overtime as the Chargers beat the Dolphins? But as I said, more than likely, you've generally had blowouts. Another trend that has sustained over the years is the fact that the road dogs have gone 17-11 since 2003 in the division round versus the odds makers, despite the fact that the favorites went 3-1 last year. Still 17-11 since 2003. Number 1 seeds, well, they go down like flies in this round of the playoffs, guys. Matter of fact, over the past few years, 7-5 straight up, 2-10 against the spread. Last year ended a streak of 4 consecutive years where at least one number 1 seed hit the road, as both the Saints and the Colts, of course, got the job done. With that being said, let's set the table now for today's card. First game I want to look at is your nighttime tilt, the NFC clash with Atlanta hosting Green Bay. Of course, it's a rematch game. Atlanta currently a 2 to 2.5 point favorite in this one. The total is 43.5 points. FYI, favorites of 3 points or fewer since 1975, 8, 13 and 1 versus the odds makers. Now, these two first met November 28th at the Georgia Dome, and Matt Bryant booted a 47-yard field goal with 9 seconds left to give the Falcons a 20-17 win in that game. Bryant's heroics were necessitated because Aaron Rodgers drove the Packers 90 yards in the closing 2 minutes of play, capping that drive with a 10-yard TD pass with 56 seconds to play to force the tie at 17-17, which eventually set up Bryant's heroics. Matt Ryan, superb in that game for the Falcons, 24-28. Michael Turner ran for 100 yards. No big surprise, because as good as Dom Capers' 3-4 defense has been at pressuring opposing quarterbacks, it has really been susceptible to good running backs this year, as the Packers are allowing a very healthy 4.7 yards per carry to opposing backs. Aaron Rodgers in that first game, 344 yards passing, 51 yards rushing. That was number one in terms of carrying the ball for the Packers, but who knows with Green Bay? You know, last week at Philadelphia, suddenly James Starks, a rookie out of Buffalo, comes out of nowhere with a 123-yard outing. Still, it's hard to deny the fact that Matt Ryan, virtually unbeatable at home as a starter at the Georgia Dome, 20-2 straight up. I will go ahead and lay the 2.5 points. And isn't it interesting that generally, you know, you're accorded a 3-point lay when you're the home favorite, and here you've got the number one seed in the NFC, a team coming off a bye, and yet they're not even laying the 3. So I'll lay the 2.5, and I'll back the Falcons. Now, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, that's my best bet today. And it is another 15-dime release. Those 15-dime plays in the NFL, 32, 19, and 1 over the past 3 years combined. You may recall last week in the wild card round, my best bet was going with Baltimore. Do I ride the Ravens on the road once more, where they're 4-2 straight up on the highway in the postseason over the past 3 years? Remember last year, opened up with that road upset, hammering the New England Patriots in Foxborough? Or do I lay the points with the Steelers, considering that 4 straight and 5 of the last 7 games in this series have been decided by 3 points, 3-point margins? Now, those 15-dime plays, as I said, 32, 19, and 2 in the NFL over the past 2 years. These are the 3 years. And these are the same 15-dime plays that in basketball, college and pro combined, I've won 20 out of 26 the past 2 seasons, including 12-3 this year, 5-1 the past 2 weeks alone, cashing in with Wisconsin Green Bay on Thursday night, Indiana State on Wednesday night. So that's what I've got going today. My 15-dime best bet on the Steelers-Ravens side. Let's talk the total. Right now, the side in this game is pretty much 3, just about everywhere you look. There are a few 3.5s out there, but mainly 3. And let me just tell you right now, guys, I don't care whether you're on the Steelers or you're on the Ravens. This is a line that absolutely demands buying the half point, either down or up. You've got to do it. I always say, you know, when the line crosses 3, 4, 7, sometimes 10, you buy the insurance. I'm telling you now, 25 years in this business, it pays off, whether you believe it or not. I know, because it's made me money over the years. Sure, you are running the risk of paying $1.30 if you happen to lose, but you're only running that risk if you happen to lose, and more often than not, that half-point buy on key numbers comes into play. Now, the total in this game is 37 points. I realize that these two teams didn't score many points in the regular season meetings, and I know there is a chance of snow. Matter of fact, probably going to get about an inch or so during the game before it lets up, but still, even though 5 of the last 7 games for each of these teams have stayed under, this price is 37. It's a low price because of the perception of how this series has played out. I think it goes the other way. I think a total of 40, 41 points are scored in this game. I'm going to take a hunch, go with the over. Again, of course, I don't bet the hunches. I don't bet the free plays. My 15-dime best bet is the Steelers-Ravens side. Get it now. Good luck, everybody, and I will catch you again on Sunday morning as we break down your Sunday NFL Division Round playoff action.